Oh, you want some more? Alright guys, if you have been considering adopting a chinchilla here recently, you have probably at one point or another asked yourself if this is the pet for you, or if chinchillas make good pets in general. Luckily, that is what today's video is all about, so stick around for just a second, and we will be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back to Planet Chinchilla. Josh here. Real quick before we dive into the video, make sure that if you like this kind of content, you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little notification button down below so that you get notified when we make new videos. They come out twice a week, so again, hit that notification button and you will be notified when the new videos come out. Okay, here's the deal for today, guys. A little bit of an issue getting a lot of footage with Chili in the actual video because we just changed the spot of her cage in the house and she is taking a few days to adapt to this, so she's kind of chilling in that nesting box here the last few days. We have a couple of dogs that are on the same floor of the house. I mean, don't worry, she's completely safe by all means, not with them during any kind of playtime, but we do have more commotion on this floor of the home, so she has just taken a few days to kind of absorb everything and get used to it. So this video is unfortunately much more me talking and going over the topic on if chinchillas make good pets. Alright, so do chinchillas make good pets? That is the question of the day, and the answer is not that simple. To really understand if a chinchilla is going to be a good pet for you comes down a lot more to you and how are you're going to handle it as a new chinchilla owner. It does require patience, so if you're not a patient person and you want a pet that is just fully ready to rock and roll right out of the gates, then maybe a chinchilla will work for you and maybe it won't. The problem is that these guys do need time to adapt. When you first adopt them, whether that's from a breeder or from a pet store, whatever the case may be, they are not jumping for joy and jumping into your lap right out of the gates. It can take anywhere from a few weeks up to a month, or it could be even longer. There are things that you can do that will speed this up. And one of those things you can do to speed things up and to get your chinchilla much more acclimated to you quickly is check out my newest ebook where I break down step by step how you can go about doing things such as handling your chinchilla correctly, getting them in and out of the cage, getting them used to enjoying being held. Everything you need to know will be in that 100-page digital download ebook. I will put the link in the description below. And now we will start moving into the specific reasons why I believe chinchillas make awesome pets. All right, reason number one, guys, that chinchillas are awesome is they are very clean pets. There are a few issues such as poop falling out of the cage. That really sucks, but you can buy scatter guards. There are things that you can do to help keep the poop in the cage. I will also put a link to another blog post from Planet Chinchilla down below so that you can check out what you can do to help contain issues like that or hay being discarded out of the cage. But overall, this is a clean pet. Minimal to no odor. The cage cleanings are very easy compared to other rodents like hamsters, rats, guinea pigs. Overall, the maintenance is extremely minimal with chinchillas when it comes to grooming or keeping them clean, which is clearly a reason in my mind that chinchillas make awesome pets. Reason number two that chinchillas are awesome pets is you do not have to be busting out the old wallets every day on these guys. They are relatively cheap pets to own. The most expensive time owning a chinchilla is day number one. That's because you have the cage, all the initial supplies, all of the accessories, everything, the actual adoption itself. All of those money-related costs that come with a chinchilla, a majority of them are over after you get your chinchilla home and situated. After that, you have monthly ongoing costs, but it is minimal, especially compared to owning other pets, such as this big fella right here. If I can even get a good shot of him, I have no idea. He is sleeping. But compared to other pets, guys, the money is a very positive factor on why these guys make good pets. I mean, you could have it as cheap as, 15, 20 bucks a month, most likely. With chinchillas, you're going to have pellets and some treats and replacing some shelves as they chew them up. But really, I mean, you don't have to do some of the things that some chinchilla owners do when it comes to cost. Would I do them? Probably, because it's pretty fun and it's pretty cool, but you don't have to. You can still have a completely happy chinchilla if you spend time with them, interact with them, and give them their basic needs. You can also do things such as get fleece liners that replace the need to buy aspen shavings every month, which I highly, highly recommend. Again, I will put another link to my post on Planet Chinchilla about fleece liners, how to use them, and what cages they work for, and how you can go about just using those things like a pro. Reason number 3 that chinchillas make awesome pets is they are not very needy. They require minimal attention. That doesn't mean that you should never be doing anything with them and just kind of throw them away in a closet. It just means that outside of, some interaction, some talking to, some petting, and some time out of the cage, you don't have to do much with them. They're sleeping, or they're in their nest box, or they're finding things to do inside of their cage. In all honesty, a chinchilla is inside of their cage about 23 hours a day. The other hour, they should probably be out interacting with you, taking dust baths, and socializing in some manner. But besides those times, you don't need to be doing much with your chinchilla. It's pretty awesome in that respect. You can leave these guys alone for a day or two if you need to, sometimes longer depending on what precautions you put into place. But overall, these guys are great when it comes to the amount of time and effort you have to put in with them after the adoption. All right, guys, reason number 4 that chinchillas are awesome is they are affectionate. Once they get to know you, they will let you know that they like you. I don't know what happens if they don't like you and how they let you know that. I really don't want to find out, mainly because I think those teeth are probably going to hurt pretty bad. But in general, if you take the time to build the bond with them, they are going to show affection back to you. Again, the only reason she is not out today is because I don't want to force her out to do anything when she's just trying to get used to the new room that I'm keeping her in. She was on a different floor of the house that I used to work in for my home office, but I moved my spot, so I wanted her back up near me, and it's just taken her a little bit to adjust to the scenery, the kid running around like a wild man, and the dogs being on the same floor of the house. Next videos going forward, I will get more footage with her in it when she is fully comfortable with this new setup. But again, reason number 4, affectionate. They're awesome. They will cuddle. They will let you hold them. You just have to put in some time and some effort in the beginning and let them adapt, and that will come if you're willing to be patient and do those things. Reason number 5, guys, that chinchillas make good pets, and it's one of my favorite reasons on this list, is they are just pure entertaining. If you haven't seen a chinchilla take a dust bath, check out some of the links down below in my description. It is pretty fun to watch. Maybe after watching it 20, 30 times, it won't be as fun, but especially in the beginning, if you haven't seen it, I mean, these guys just roll around like crazy. When they're done, they're hopping all around, they're jumping off walls, they're just doing fun things. These guys have personalities, they have emotions, and they can, spice up your day a little bit with some entertainment and personality when they do certain things. And it's definitely one of the reasons I enjoy raising a chinchilla myself, is purely for that entertainment purpose. All right, guys, the next reason on my list, and you can either agree or disagree, you can let me know down in the comments below, but I like chinchillas and think they're awesome pets because they live forever. I mean, we're talking 20 years with good care. If you're giving them the correct diets, the correct pellets, the correct hay, you're not overloading them with sugar every day or incorrect fruits. Whatever the case may be, if you take care of them, they will live a very long time. I personally think that that is awesome. I don't really like buying a pet to watch it die. I don't know if it impacts people the way it impacts me, but I wasn't really a big fan of adopting a rodent like a rat, because A, I don't like rats, and B, they die really fast even if I did like rats. So in my mind, chinchilla was the way to go. I mean, you're not even looking at 3 or 4 years. With proper care, we're looking again at 15, 20 years. To me, with the downfalls of chinchillas, such as having to be patient with the adjustment period, having to get them used to being held, it was a no-brainer that if I'm going to put in the work, why would I not want a pet that's going to live 15 to 20 years? I've already done the work. The bond's already built. It doesn't seem like a very good time to just have it getting to old age and dying. It seems like a good time to enjoy the next 13 to 15 years or whatever the case. So that is one of my top reasons, is that chinchillas live forever. Next reason on my list, guys, that I think chinchillas make awesome pets is that they are pretty quiet for the most part. Yes, they do have some sounds that they will make. They are known to bark when they want to let you know something. Much like a dog, in all honesty, it doesn't have the audible noise of a dog, but same kind of situational barking. If they are scared, if they're frightened, if they have something that they want to communicate to you, you might get a little barking going on. But outside of that, these guys mind their business. Make sure they have their accessories. Make sure they have their toys. You can do wheels as long as they're safe. You can do hanging toys. You can do chew sticks. You can do treats as long as they're safe. Give them what they need, and they're going to do their thing. Yeah, you need to let them out of their cage. You need to be spending the time with them. But for the most part, I mean, you can go about your day. You don't got to worry about that puppy in the background that's whining to get out of its crate. They're not going to do that. I personally like to nap when I want to nap, or when I want to sleep. I don't want her in the bedroom, obviously, but I don't want an animal that is making a bunch of noise. And that's a reason that chinchillas are pretty sweet in my mind, is that, you know, out of sight, out of mind when you want them to be, and whenever you don't want them to be, they're ready to hang out. Pretty cool if you ask me. All right, guys, so we've covered all these reasons that make a chinchilla a good pet, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and pretend that there isn't other information that you need to know about owning a chinchilla. Again, that's why that ebook is available. That's why I wrote it. It's for the people who definitely want to adopt a chinchilla and they need to understand the ins and outs of it. Again, the link will be in the description below. Right in the same area, you should be liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell anyways. Check that out. But back to on topic, you do need to understand that there are some downfalls. Yes, for all of the chinchilla fanatics out there, there are downfalls. You can admit it as well. Chinchillas do have some things that are not as pleasant as we all might want them to be. One of those things we already discussed is that they do require the patience. So make sure you keep that in mind. It is not butterflies and rainbows on day one with chinchillas, but it will get there. So if you want to adopt one, make sure that you are prepared to take it slow. Start with talking with them through the cage. Don't be pushing it with petting or overhandling whenever it's brand new environment to them, and you'll be just fine. Another downfall of a chinchilla is that they do need that special diet. It is cheap, but you can't just feed these guys table scraps. It does require that you do a little bit of research ahead of time. The hay and the pellets need to be the correct hay and the correct pellets, which is just basically chinchilla formulated pellets, and Timothy hay, and sometimes people use other hays like orchard hay. But that is a downfall, and it is one of the most searched things on planetchinchilla.com, which is the blog site that corresponds with this YouTube channel. Is a ton of people search things about what these guys can eat. Here is my advice to all of you. Treats are awesome. Give your chinchilla treats. Make sure they're safe, but there is no need to go through extremes to try and please these guys with treats and food. You can buy a thing of Quaker dried oats. There's a treat. They love them. I was just feeding her some of them at the beginning of this video. You don't need to be going to the fresh produce area of the grocery store and looking for different alternatives. They are just fine and arguably more healthy when you don't try and get too creative. Hay, pellets, chew sticks, toys, accessories, awesome cage, that gets the job done. Now, if you are educated on what they can eat, sure, go ahead and offer some of those other things. But in general, one of the cons to owning a chinchilla or adopting one is the need to be careful with things like that. Or a better way to put it is a fragile pet. So that is one downfall. And the last downfall I want to point out, mainly because I want everybody here that is on the fence about adopting a chinchilla to understand one thing about the playtime and getting them out of the cage, because it is twofold. Chinchillas can be perfectly happy with minimal interaction, meaning that you do not have to become the owner that dedicates an hour a day. Should you be doing it every now and then at a bare minimum? Yes, daily, ideally. That's good, but you don't have to. But some people would consider this a downfall, is that is a gap of your day that attention is required. I just want everybody to understand that this does not need to be hard set into your calendar Monday through Sunday at 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. It doesn't work like that. They're not going to be mad at you if you skip a day. So I'm trying to think of a way to sum that up in the best way possible. Okay, I think I got it. You should be interacting with them as much as possible, but if you can't on certain days, don't worry about it. That is another tip I have before you rush out to adopt a chinchilla. All right, guys, that wraps up what I have for you today and my top reasons why I believe chinchillas make awesome pets. Again, major apologies that we are in that situation where she is warming up to her new environment, but it won't take long. I've been through it before. We've moved houses. She'll be back in the footage very soon. We both appreciate you guys stopping by the channel today. We really hope that these videos are helpful. This isn't just to throw some videos out there. We want this to truly help sway people to adopt a chinchilla. We want you to understand how good of pets they can be, and we want you to raise them ethically. Again, if this content is even slightly helpful to you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification button so that you are notified when one of the 2 videos comes out every single week. And we will continue to keep trying to push the content that helps you the most. I don't know what you need unless you let me know, so be sure to drop a comment down below. Let me know, be like, yo, Josh, I need to know this about a chinchilla. We'll make the videos. We're happy to do it, but you need to let us know what you're looking for and how we can improve. Again, all of the links are down in the description below. We appreciate you guys. We will see you in the next video this week. Remember, it's always 2 videos a week. And the only way you're going to always know when they come out is, again, hitting that notification button and subscribing. So get on it. Do it. Even if you don't like the videos, subscribe just to make me feel better. Thanks again, and we will see you guys next time. Case may be.